Good evening, ma'am, and I all. We are from Team 4 Rule Breakers. I am Bilwani, and let me introduce my team members. Bilwani from Nellore district, Narupeta, Deepa Vijay Kumar from Chidambaram, Satish from Tirupati, Bhavid Babu from Kerala, and Ajay from Hyderabad. Our topic is about hydrocarbon decay and their environmental effects and microorganisms effects. We divided up our topic as like hydrocarbon decay, which deals by Bilwani and Babit Babu. Environmental effects deals by Ajay. Microbial effects deals by Deepa Vijay Kumar. Effects on microorganisms deals by Satish. But Satish is not there in our meeting, so I'm gonna deal with effects on microorganisms. Hydrocarbon biodegradation. First of all, when we comes to hydrocarbon biodegradation, it is divided into mainly environmental conditions, microorganisms, and hydrocarbon properties. So, before going into the topic, let us know what is hydrocarbon. This is the structure of hydrocarbon. And hydrocarbon, which one hydrogen atom has been removed or functional groups are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are generally colorless, hydrophobic with only weak odors. This is the structure of hydrocarbons. Let us see how the structure will be divided. The hydrocarbon structure is with 6 hydrocarbon atoms and which is surrounded with 6 hydrogen atoms. The structure of hydrocarbon is very diverse molecule. Due to this diverse molecule, it is very difficult to reform further. Most of the hydrocarbons are from the burning of fossil fuels, including fuel production and consumption. Natural source of hydrocarbons such as ethylene, isoprene, monosterpenes, which comes from the emission of vegetation. This is a ball and stick model of hydrocarbon, and this ball and stick model is by methane molecule, which is nothing but CH4 molecule. Methane molecule is a homologous series, which are known as alkanes, which contain a single bond only. Now, let us see the types of hydrocarbons. There are 3 types of hydrocarbons like saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons, and aromatic hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons. These are the most simplest hydrocarbons which are composed by single bonds, and these saturated hydrocarbons are also known as alkalic hydrocarbons. Just a minute. Sorry for delay. And coming to unsaturated hydrocarbons, have one or more double or triple bonds between carbon atoms. Those bonds are called, like double bonds are called alkenes and triple bonds are called alkyne. Double bond structure is also known as non-cyclic structures. Now, the third type, aromatic hydrocarbons, also known as arenes, are hydrocarbons which have almost at least one aromatic ring. In this methane molecule, at least 10% of totally non-methane organic carbon emissions are aromatic hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are like in gases, methane and propane, in liquids, hexane and benzene, in solids, paraffin, naphthalene, etc. And in polymers like polyethylene, polypropanol, polystyrene, etc. This is what about hydrocarbons. Now my teammate Babit Babu is going to deal with hydrocarbon decay. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bhavit Babu. Today I am gonna speak about hydrocarbons decay. Let us see what is hydrocarbons decay. Hydrocarbons are compounds composed entirely of carbon and hydrogen. Aromatic aromatic hydrocarbons, alkanes, alkenes, cycloalkenes, alkynes, and combination of these compounds compression different types of hydrocarbons. Complex mixtures of hydrocarbons occurs naturally in crude oil and gasoline. Most can be used as substrates in metabolism by bacteria, archaea, fungi, and algae. Under anaerobic conditions, biodegradation often results in stepwise concerted action of many different microbes in a process called
Babit,
syntrophy.
Babit, just a minute. Can you please take control? Like slide is not moving.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, aerobic degradation. Hydrocarbons are readily degraded under aerobic conditions, like bacteria, fungi, and algae are all capable of aerobic hydrocarbon degradation. Oxygen availability is dependent on the ability of oxygen to move or diffuse through the site environment as well as on the uptake rate by microorganisms. Addition of oxygen can increase degradation rates several orders of magnitude over naturally occurring rates. Alkanes and alkenes. Alkanes containing 14 carbons or fewer are prone to volatilization, while alkanes containing more carbons are less volatile. Regardless, alkanes and alkenes, with the exception of cyclic alkanes, are the most readily degraded hydrocarbons with reported degradation of alkenes containing up to 44 carbons. Alkenes are in a ring structure. Both alkanes and alkenes are degraded with addition of molecular oxygen. Anaerobic degradation. Comparison of longitudinal redox zonization concept and plume fringe concept are shown in the both figures. Concepts describe the spatial distribution of electron acceptors and reciprocation process in a hydrocarbon contaminant plume. Iron 3 reduction, manganese 4 reduction, and the methanogenesis may be occur simultaneously in the core of the contaminant plume. Hydrocarbon degradation under anaerobic condition is often slower compared to aerobic degradation due to less favorable reaction energetics with alternate electron acceptors. There by three ways we can create biomass scavengers. First one, nitrate reducing. Second one, iron reducing. Third one, sulfate reducing. By reducing these three matters, we can create biomass scavengers. Strategies for activating hydrocarbons without oxygen. By three methods, we can activate hydrocarbons without oxygen: fumarate addition, oxygen independent hydroxylation, carboxylation. First one, fumarate addition. Bacteria use fumarate addition to activate alkanes from 3 to 20 carbons as well as alkyl substituted aromatics like toluene, xylenes, or methylenophthalene. Fumarate is a common cellular metabolite that contains two carboxylic acid groups and a double bond. The terminal or a subterminal methyl group of alkanes or of alkyl benzenes adds across the double bond of fumarate. Second one, oxygen independent hydroxylation. Oxygen independent hydroxylation can dendrify bacteria metabolizing ethyl benzene. In this pathway, a hydroxyl group is added to the C1 group on the side chain by ethyl benzene dehydrogenase to form S1 phenyl ethanol, followed by oxidation to acetophenone and transformation to benzoyl CoA and acetyl CoA. And the last one, carboxylation. One mechanism for naphthalene degradation and postulated for anaerobic benzene degradation is carboxylation. In this process, CO2 carbon dioxide is added directly to aliphatic and aromatic hydrocarbons. The process is thought to be somewhat analogous to the mechanism of anaerobic phenol degradation, where phenol is first activated using energy from ATP to phosphophenol prior to carboxylation to para-hydroxybenzoate. Implications for remediation. Hydrocarbon remediation occurs more quickly under aerobic conditions than anaerobic. The primary concern in situ aerobic remediation is oxygen delivery and mixing, which may be achieved by a number of previously established methods, including land farming, sparging, groundwater recirculation, and peroxide addition. However, aerobic remediation is not feasible in all environments, particularly low permeability soils. In these cases, anaerobic bioremediation may be preferred. Thank you.
Hi, myself Ajay. My topic is on effects on hydrocarbon decay on environment. The content the contents are introduction, what are the hydrocarbon pollution effects on environment, hydrocarbon pollution, what are the harmful hydrocarbons effects on the environment. Introduction. CFCs are used in refrigeration and aerosol cans. When they are released into the atmosphere, they produce chlorine and reduce the ozone layer, which protects the earth from ultraviolet radiation. Methane oxidizes into carbon dioxide, increasing the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. CFCs are used in refrigeration and aerosol cans. When they are released into the atmosphere, they produce chlorine and reduce the ozone layer. There are the example pictures of the and what next one is what are the effects on hydrocarbon pollution on environment. let's face let's face it, the planet's atmosphere and climate have been charging for decades, and hydrocarbons are one of the main culprits. These are a class of compounds primarily composed of carbon and hydrogen as major components of oil, natural gas, and pesticides. These substances contribute to the greenhouse effect and climate change. And the next one is hydrocarbon pollution. Effects on living organisms. Remediation of contaminated environments and effects of the heavy metals. Co-contamination on bioremediation. Concentration of heavy metal is rising in the soil as a consequence of human action. There is a large impact of higher heavy metal and metalloid concentration in some areas. The remediation of hydrocarbon polluted wastewater can be achieved by three methods, which are phytoremediation, biomediation, and chemical remediation. The next one is hydrocarbon. Effects of human health. Aromatic hydrocarbon inhalation of hydrocarbon causes irritation of respiratory tract. Methane creates narcotic effects on human beings. Most of the hydrocarbon are carcinogenic to lungs. And what are the harmful effects of hydrocarbon on environment? Some hydrocarbons can cause other effects including coma, seizures, irregular heart rhythms, or damage to the kidneys or liver. Human impact the physical environment in many ways. Population, burning fossil fuels, and deforestation. Examples of products that contain dangerous hydrocarbons include some solvents used in the paints and dry cleaning and household cleaning chemicals. Changing like this have triggered climate change, soil erosion, poor and undrinkable water.
Deepa, 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 can you hear me?
Yes, Bilwani, yes.
Yeah, you
So,
can take control.
yeah, I
Yeah,
did
no problem.
understand. Okay, let's learn about microbial degradation of hydrocarbon in environment. So, firstly, this is a cost-effective technique on basis of highly dispersed microbes on soil and the water capacity of biodegradation of hydrocarbons. And we know degradation is the effective method for remediating petrohydrocarbons and which causes changes in nature and concentration of petrocompounds. As far as we know, biodegradation is used as a tool for eliminating the toxicity and removing the hydrocarbon, which pollutes the environment like soil sediment, and water. Um, there is there is some noise. Okay, okay. The microorganisms we use in the degradation process that must be native in the polluted sites. So, in the recent research, some investigators discovered that a group of microbial are found in sediment, water, and soil, which have been polluted by crude petroleum oil. This kind of microorganism are able to transform hydrocarbons to energy and biomass as well as biological waste byproducts. This variety of microorganisms have such capability of cleaning up and remediating location that polluted by hydrocarbons. The microorganisms that biodegrade hydrocarbons are widely dispersed within surface water, sediments, and soil habitats. The importance of these microorganisms in biodegrading hydrocarbons and their other natural organic residues in aquatic ecosystems, soils, and sediments, which have been long been recognized. Transformation of organic contaminants by these microbes, which are naturally occurs because they use these organic contaminants for their energy and carbon requirement as well as for their development and propagations. The capability of particular microbes to biodegrade the petrohydrocarbons appears to be an habituation and is managed by several ecological factors. Primarily, the presence of hydrocarbons may also affect the microorganism community due to its different chemical nature. The ecology of hydrocarbon degradation by microbial population in the natural environment is reviewed, emphasizing the physical, chemical, and biological factors that contribute to the biodegradation of petroleum and individual hydrocarbons. Rates of biodegradation depend greatly on the composition, state, and concentration of the oil or hydrocarbons, with dispersion and emulsification enhancing rate in aquatic system and absorption by soil particulates being the key feature of terrestrial ecosystem. Temperature and oxygen and nutrient concentration are most important variable in both type of environments. Salinity and pressure may also affect biodegradation rates in some aquatic environments, and moisture and pH may limit biodegradation in soil. Hydrocarbons are degraded primarily by bacteria and fungi. Adaptation by prior exposure of microbial communities to hydrocarbon increases hydrocarbon degradation rates. Adaptation is brought about selective enrichment of hydrocarbon utilizing microorganisms and amplification of the pool of hydrocarbon catabolizing genes. The latter phenomenon can now be monitored through the use of DNA probes, which increase in plasmid frequency may also be associated with genetic adaptation. Seeding to accelerate rate of biodegradation has been shown to be effective in some cases, particularly when used under conditions such as fermenters and chemostats. Optimum temperature range of the biodegradation of the hydrocarbons within soil environment, freshwater environment, as well as marine environment. So in the diagram, we can see the maximum degradation of soil environment is 30 degree to 40 degrees Celsius. For marine environment, it is 15 degree to 20 degrees Celsius, and freshwater environment is 20 degree to 30 degrees Celsius. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa. Now, I'm going to deal with effects of microorganisms. Hydrocarbons are the major constituents of crude oil and petroleum. The ability of major microorganisms like bacteria, archaea, fungi, or algae to break down the hydrocarbons is the basics for natural and enhanced bioremediation. As we see now, this is the structure of the hydrocarbons. The hydrocarbons in the environment are biodegraded primarily by bacteria, yeast, and fungi. Bacteria are the most active agents in petroleum degradation, and they work as primary degraders of spilled oil in the environment. Several bacteria are even known to feed exclusively on hydrocarbons. Now, this is the picture that which shows the response of bacterial communities on volatile petroleum hydrocarbon pollution in soil with and without biocarbon. This is the pollution this circle shows the pollution attention in the soil. This is the soils and the remaining space which it white as air, and the red dot shows the volatilization and green dot shows the nutrients. This brown color which shows the biochar. This is the diagram which shows about the volatile petroleum hydrocarbon. Use of microorganisms or biological agents to break down or remove oil such as Alcanivorax bacteria, Methylocella sylvestris. So, thank you. These are the reference links that we have referred for this hydrocarbon decay and the environmental effects and microorganisms effects. Thank you all.